The United Nations has temporarily suspended assistance to refugees in Gambella region. The United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, has announced that it has suspended its services to refugees following the security breach in Gambella region. In a statement on its official Facebook page, the organization said that the provision of food and water to refugees has been temporarily suspended due to the conflict in the region. The Ethiopian Human Rights Commission, EHRC, announced in a statement issued on December 12, 2018, that the clashes that have occurred in various areas of Gambella region over the past 2 weeks have resulted in the loss of lives, destruction of property, and physical injuries. The statement also noted that the UN agency is making efforts to resume the interrupted aid delivery. UNHCR has expressed concern over the spread of misinformation targeting refugees on social media following the unrest in the region. The organization expressed concern that the situation would increase tensions if not addressed quickly. The organization called for a peaceful resolution to the unrest and urged everyone to refrain from hate speech directed at refugees and refugee-hosting communities. According to the United Nations Refugee Agency, more than 483,000 South Sudanese refugees live in Ethiopia. Nearly 450,000 refugees fleeing the conflict in South Sudan live in various camps in Gambella. Although the shelters have housed many refugees, the renewed conflict in South Sudan last year has caused many to flee to Gambella. In October, the United Nations Human Rights Commission in South Sudan reported that clashes between armed groups in the country, political arrests, and human rights abuses had increased in recent months. The violence began to escalate in March last year when President Salva Kiir's government arrested Vice President Riek Machar. Deployment of defense and federal security forces. The ASEMCO told the BBC on Monday that defense and federal security forces have been deployed following clashes that have occurred in various areas of the Gambella region over the past 2 weeks. There are now sufficient security forces in and around the city, Bedesa Lamesa, Senior Director of the Human Rights Monitoring and Investigation Unit at ASEMCO, told the BBC. The National Defense Force and the federal police have stabilized the city. The BBC asked Mr. Bedesa about the number of casualties, and he said he could not say at this time because investigations were still underway to determine the number of people killed and injured in the conflict. In a statement, ASEMCO Chief Commissioner Berhanu Adalo said that the ongoing conflicts and violations of peace in Gambella region are challenging efforts and measures to improve the human rights situation in the region. The commissioner said that the recommendations made by the commission in relation to the issue and previously given to the federal and regional governments should be fully implemented, and the Director General told the BBC that he would continue to intensify his monitoring work.